I'm in the Cessna 172 with the G1000. We're going to make an RNAV approach using Autopilot into Pascagoula, KPQL. I'm certified on the G1000. I fly Civil Air Patrol missions with it. I can program Civil Air Patrol search patterns. What I find difficult is when to arm things, like when you're coming into the approach, you arm the approach, you arm the VNAV. And we're going to work through that in this video here. So I somehow got it with a few tries. But here we go. It is a terrible day here in Ocean Springs. We're taking off at the Ocean Springs Airport, 5R2. It is almost a zero visibility takeoff, as you can see on the latter half of the runway. I've experienced this in real life with the G1000. Along with another pilot, we were trying to figure out what's going on because I mean, look at it now. It's pointing where the magenta line's pointing is not where we need to go. And you'll see in a bit here when I do select the approach again. I figured it's programmed from the setting it on the world homepage, but apparently not.
Mobile approach Cessna Bravo Romeo Echo November Tango 5 is passing 700 feet, climbing 1,000 feet.
Can't get the altitude set correctly.
Cessna Bravo Romeo Echo November Tango 5 mobile approach altimeter 29.76 radar contact. Continue. Cessna November Tango 5 climb and maintain 2,100 feet.
Climb and maintain 2,100 feet, Cessna November Tango 5.
But at the end, it does follow the vertical nav path once we hit the top of descent marker. But yeah, doing these manually, hand flying, these approaches are much easier. You just look at the charts and fly the numbers. I just basically use the autopilot to assist in these approaches. Here it's, when I go to enter an approach, it looks like it's programmed already. But when I do activate it, now the magenta line is pointing us in the correct direction. Not sure what that initial one was. Here I'm just trying to manage the altitude and my throttle. It is heading for the initial approach fix of Yep Boo. Now in other autopilots I've used, when you set the altitude to 1,000, punch vertical speed, input your descent rate, and then it will chase it. But just couldn't get it to work here.
Cessna November Tango 5, you are 10 miles south. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect RNAV runway tree 5 approach via Zuxney transition. Clear Zuxney.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect RNAV runway tree 5 approach via Zuxney transition. Cleared to Zuxney Cessna November Tango 5.
No, just got cleared to Nugty. I realize in a second that my RPM is pretty low. And you see the V path is on standby. Not sure how to change that 2200 feet up there by the altitude in green. It is soupy up here. This is great IFR weather though. Zero visibility. I am flying with the 3 monitors. I can see to my left and right. So I don't see any land until we get to the final approach phase and start descending. Got about a 13-degree WCA. It's wind correction angle. Pretty good cross, not a big crosswind, but maintaining that wind correction angle. And we're approaching that top of descent marker. I was waiting for the V path to arm, which, okay, it did right there. Okay, now the vertical path and the glide path are on standby now. Waiting for them to arm
Spirit Jet 176 have the generic in sight.
as we get closer.
Mobile Departure Air Shuttle 6363 is passing 1,200 feet, climbing 10,000 feet. Cessna November Tango 5, you are 8 miles south of Kilo Papa, Quebec, Lima. Contact tower on 118.575 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 118.575 Cessna November Tango 5. Tower Cessna Bravo Romeo Echo November Tango 5, 6 miles south inbound, RNAV runway, tree 5 approach.
Cessna Bravo Romeo Echo November Tango 5 tower. Altimeter 29.79164 at 7. Cleared RNAV runway tree 5 approach.
Cleared RNAV runway tree 5 approach, Cessna November Tango 5.
And finally we can see the ground.
Cessna November Tango 5, wind 164 at 7. Cleared to land runway tree 5.
Cleared to land runway tree 5 Cessna November Tango 5.
And boom, there we are, lined up with the runway. You can see it right below the horizon. We're reaching 1,000. Leveling off there. Glide path is armed. But once I get some good visibility, I'm going to take over. Autopilot's off, hand flying it down. The airfield environment is in sight. Thanks for joining me on this rainy flight through the clouds. See you on the next trip. Take care.
5, turn next taxiway. Cessna November Tango 5, contact ground on 121.725.
121.725 Cessna November Tango 5. Goodbye.